Hey y'all, it's your girl Tashondarenae, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm making a very simple dessert. It is a southern punch bowl cake. So if you would like to see how I do it, please stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna get started by baking a yellow box cake. And you're just gonna follow the directions on the back of the box or however you make your box cakes. Um, Also, if you would like to use a cake that's already made, like a store-bought cake, you can do that as well. If you do choose to use one that's already prepared for you, I would suggest the Sara Lee pound cakes that are in the frozen section. That's really good in this punch bowl cake. For this recipe, I'm using crushed pineapples and cherry pie filling. You want to be sure to drain the crushed pineapples before adding them to your punch bowl. There's so much liquid in the can of crushed pineapples that it'll ruin the punch bowl cake. So definitely be sure to squeeze out as much of that juice as you can. Next, you want to go ahead and prepare your vanilla pudding. I'm using instant pudding, so I'm going to mix it with 3 cups of cold milk and whisk for about 2 minutes, and then I'll set that aside for about 5 minutes so that it can set up properly. If you want to use cook and serve pudding or even make your own pudding, that'll be good as well. It's just easy to make this instant pudding. It's easier and quicker. All right, once everything is prepared, you can go ahead and put your punch bowl cake together. So I'm going to cut my cake in half, and I'm going to use about half of it in the bottom of my bowl. If your bowl is bigger than mine, you may want to reserve a little more than half of the cake so that you can do more than 2 layers. With this size bowl, I'm only going to do 2 layers. I'm going to go ahead and break the cake up just a little bit so that it fits better on the bottom of the bowl. All right, once you have your first cake layer down, you're going to do a layer of the vanilla pudding. Then you're going to do a layer of your fruit. So I'm doing the crushed pineapples. Spread your pineapples as evenly as possible across the bowl. Next, you're going to add a thick layer of Cool Whip, and I'm using extra creamy Cool Whip. I just prefer that over the original. After putting the Cool Whip on, you want to go ahead and start those layers over. So you're going to, again, start with the cake and then your fruit and pudding. So one of the best things about a punch bowl cake is that you can really use any variation of fruit that you would like. So this is also good with strawberries and bananas, or even pineapples and strawberries. That's really good. Even if you want to just use one fruit, you can even do that. It's really just whatever you prefer. So now I'm going to go ahead and top it with the cherries and just going to smooth that directly across the pudding. And then I'm going to add the remainder of my Cool Whip. And because I like a thick layer of the Cool Whip, I am going to open a second container and use about half of that. I'm also going to add some crushed pecans to the top. That is totally optional. Growing up, when my mom used to make this, she never added the nuts. I just really like pecans, so I like to add them to the top of my punch bowl cake. But again, that's totally optional. So that is really it. That's how you make a punch bowl cake. It's really, really simple. Once you have it put together, you do want to refrigerate it for a couple hours before serving it. It is best served cold. If you are interested in the measurements of everything I used, be sure to check out the description box. As always, I'll have everything listed there. I'm not going to dig into this in this video because I made this for someone, but I will try to add some pictures to my community page. So be sure to check that out if you want to see what the inside looks like. I hope you will give this recipe a try if you've never tried a punch bowl cake. I do think you will enjoy it. It is absolutely delicious. If you have not already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you be a part of my YouTube family. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.